In life, there are no winners or losers. Just like a game, there are only small and bigger players. The next YouTuber found out how to be the biggest one, and boy did he take advantage of it. But the game rules changed from day to night, making him lose everything he had achieved in a short period of time. This is the story of how Jake Tran went from teaching subscribers how to make money to scamming them and to taking the money for himself. How many of you would have liked to be rich at just the age of 20? Well, Jake Tran wanted it too. And he didn't just want to be rich, he wanted to be filthy rich. And he wanted it fast. So where did he start? I mean, sure, you could take the YouTube road, but who will watch a video that tells you how to get rich when you're not even wealthy yourself? Tran just didn't want to be the regular influencer. He wanted to be a life guru, willing to teach business and not just talk about it. So he came up with a plan. There was so much competition out there and he needed something novel, something nobody else had thought of creating before. So Jake took a risk, and that risk turned his channel into one of the fastest growing YouTube channels from November of 2021 to June 2022, going from just a couple hundred subscribers to over 1.5 million in less than a year. So how did he do it? Well, Jake took the concept of a video documentary on money and power and added the crime element to it, teaching his subscribers how the evil, the corrupt, and the mafia reach the big numbers. Everything about this new concept was interesting to watch. How does the most evil company make millions? How does the most evil man make money while he sleeps? But what about the question, how does a good YouTuber turn into an evil one? To understand, we need to go back to the beginning. At only 2 years old, Jake Tran moved to California from Taiwan with his family to look for a better future. However, because of the language barrier, it turned out to be a little harder for him. But that didn't stop Jake. Tran managed well as he spent a lot of time studying the language. And that was also in part because growing up poor, they couldn't afford cable TV. And this is where everything changed for Tran. He started consuming tons of YouTube content, which led him to eventually open a Taekwondo channel, which unfortunately didn't do very well. Unmotivated, Jake decided to take a break and go to college to study computer science, but things escalated very quickly. After reading the book The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco, Tran's mind was changed forever. The book emphasizes the core fundamentals of traditional finance and how to get everything you want in only 10 years. Determined to make it only at 19, Jake landed a job in web development which paid him $40 an hour. With a great salary on the line, he decided to put a halt on his education, but something else happened that was going to be the catalyst for change. Web development wasn't mentally challenging enough for Tran, so that's when he went back to his old friend, YouTube. But this time, it would be different. After putting a couple videos out there without much success, he uploaded one that immediately took off. He titled it, Why Graham Stephan is Killing the YouTube Algorithm, in which he analyzed the YouTuber's tactics in finance. Earning about $100 in ad revenue per month, Tran wanted more, so he released 2 more videos similar to his previous hit, but they didn't do as well. This is when Jake entered the copying stage of YouTube, where he would try to emulate the videos of Graham Stephan, one of the creators he admired. And that's not bad at all. In fact, taking inspiration from trending videos when you're just starting out is a good way to go. But what you should be careful of is not getting stuck in this phase, which is what happened to Jake. And then came the book that changed his life forever. But for better or for worse, Jake became obsessed with the Blue Ocean Strategy, a book by Renee Mauborgne and Chan Kim, which discusses the strategy of finding your own niche in the market instead of competing against others. So that was it for Jake. He chose his pathway to success in a simple yet creative niche, how the wealthy are evil and corrupt. Seeing substantial growth, more than he could have ever imagined, Jake knew how to make his new channel explode. He set up an impressive body of work, with sometimes even 4 weekly videos. His perseverance, intelligence, and ambition got him over 1 million subs in less than a year. Jake had a goal in mind and he accomplished it, but he chose the money over the growth, the short path over the long path, and this would come back to haunt him. After his videos started hitting a good number of views, like a few hundred thousands, Jake started to reach out for bigger sponsors. Unlike other YouTubers, Tran did not care about what he promoted, he just wanted more money. But he didn't just pick the highest bettors, he cunningly picked the right ad for each video. So for the video, he would tell you how the lottery is evil and fraudulent, but then would throw in a lottery ad in there, accepting tens of thousands of dollars to do so. But that's not all. He would also start making money in fishy ways. He invited his followers to get into cryptocurrency, bitcoins, and MetaMunks, and his audience didn't care. His channel kept growing exponentially, so Jake kept feeding his strategy, But as they say, a bad beginning makes a bad ending. Would this apply to Jake too? American YouTuber CoffeeZilla would be the one to take Jake spiraling down in a shocking video titled Becoming the Villain. With more than 1 million views in just a year, the video exposed Jake Tran's malicious ways. But like many other creators, Tran denied the claims and came back with a simple, "I apologize for nothing," with a smiley face. Stay dangerous. And I mean, what would you expect from a channel that teaches you how to be evil and become wealthy by exploiting followers? And that wasn't all. Jake's quality of each video started going down, and his thumbnails became clickbaits, which his followers started to recognize. But people would forgive anything if they enjoyed the videos. All it would take was for Jake to keep uploading good content and people would easily forget. But then he really messed up. But before I could tell you what Jake did, you need to understand why he did it. The numbers for Jake's channel were the highest ever. He was easily earning over $40,000 a month with ads alone. And on top of that, he had a high-paying sponsor in each video, making up to $7,000 for each ad spot. Multiply that by 4 videos a week and you get almost $30,000 every 7 days. A dream income for a man in his 20s. Jake Tran discovered the way to make money and to make it fast, but that still wasn't enough. He wanted more gains, but at the same time, he wanted to be less involved with the channel. So he found a way. He started removing his voice from his own videos, the essence of his channel. But for you to understand how cynical of a move this is, I must explain how YouTube's dynamics work. So in YouTube, there's a golden rule that every creator must know. You have 30 to 60 seconds of the video to invite your viewers in. A mediocre hook can be the difference between a 500,000 views video and a 5 million views video. And Jake was a master at crafting hooks, so he would be the voice of the intro for each video, and when he just got you invested, a transition would come in and a different voice would narrate the rest of it. But if you think this is as clever as it can get, there's still more. Sponsors would never be associated with no other than the actual star of the channel, and that would only be Jake. So he made a smart move. Tran would narrate not only the hook, but also the ads that paid him the most money. But how long did it last before people started noticing? Starting October 8th, 2022, Jake took a step even further. He now only voiced the ads, and you could clearly tell when the voice swaps along in the video. So the narrator would read the intro, Tran would read the ad, then the narrator would say, "Stay dangerous," and dive right into the video. Tran was completely disassociated from his channel, traveling the world in business class, having no fixed address, and enjoying the life that many would want, but at the expense of others. Instead of spending at least an hour working on each video, he would pay a whole team to do so, and come in just to collect a check. And this would actually work out. In fact, many other creators do it and are successful. But Jake Tran's success started and depended on his involvement in the videos. As they say, haste makes waste, and Jake is seeing the results of his careless actions. The falling views and the decrease of subs in the recent year are starting to show. At most, he's reaching 300k views on each video, which is very far from the 7 million views he once got. But once you think about his motto, you could think that's the way he lives his life. Always on the limit, or as he says, stay dangerous.